Life's a garden, baby, dig it. Welcome to another general vlog video. I got it planted. I know, everybody's gonna say it's way too overplanted, but it is what it is. So, let's start at the top. We got nothing. I got a few extra little pots. These are, I'm gonna grow my cucumbers in there. I'm gonna start my cucumbers from seed. These, I've got like 12 different things to plant in these two, and we actually have 2 more of these. So got all of that done. Down here we got our self-wicking bucket. Or no, I'm sorry, our aquaponics bucket. And one thing that I may have not mentioned when we were making these in the video, you want to make sure that you can see down in here. Now this can use a little bit more water, but there's nothing in there. You can see that back here. If I shake it, maybe you can see that. You only want about a 1/16, 1/8 to no more than a 1/4 inch of water coming up through there, and that's the way that one is. I just went ahead and planted 2 iceberg lettuces. It's called head lettuce, iceberg type. You can see what it is right there. And I also got 4 of them planted back here. This is my hot banana pepper. This is my Bonnie green bell pepper. And these are in my self-wicking tubs. And it worked really good. I just filled them up until they started coming out of there, and then I stopped. And then in here we have 4 different kinds of tomatoes. We have Beefmaster up front. We have Big Boy back behind of it. And we have this one back here. I'm not really sure. Let me get back here and clean off that tag where I can actually read it, because I've never heard of this. That's why I got it. Parks Whopper Improved. That's back there to the right. I've never heard of it, so I wanted to grow it. And then up here we got our super sweet. It's supposed to grow a super sweet 100. It's supposed to grow like 100 of them on there. They're cherry tomatoes, of course. Then back here we got our peaches and cream corn growing back there. We got 6 of those. And then up here we have, in case somebody wants to know, we have yeah, I'm trying to scratch off where I can read. It says lovey-dovey. Super tunia, lovey-dovey. That's hard to say. I got those. They were regular $4.28. I got them for $1. This one over here, let's see what it is. It is mini blue lavender, which I'm going to love. And once again, these were all $1. They were on sale. And I would say this one here is probably the same thing, the whole lovey-dovey. Yep, Super Tunia lovey-dovey. And then this one over here is called Amazon Mist Sage. And once again, those were all just $1 a piece. So we have quite a bit planted in there. Oh, and can't forget my favorite right in the middle. Get the water off of him where he stands up a little straighter. Let me work on him just a second. The ground behind of him got kind of washed away when I watered. I overwater all my plants at first. Anyways, that one there is the heirloom style rhubarb. And it's heirloom Victoria style rhubarb. Now I know that's not going to become mature enough to get anything off of quite a while. But then we got the rock garden out here, you know, rock flower garden. It needs to be redone. I got to put gravel into here, but the greenhouse is done. I'm getting ready to close it all up. Everything's done. I got to start my cucumbers. Like I said, I'm going to start cucumbers right there in those 2 pots, which will be 12 total. Start them from seed. And then we've got 12 others that we're going to start from here in these 2. Plus we have 2 more, which is a total of 72 more. That we've got other things. You know, we're going to plant pumpkins and watermelons, and I know they can't grow in here. We've got a plan. And click that, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, click that bell notification down at the bottom so you'll get to see what we're going to do with our pumpkins and our watermelons and stuff, and our squash and everything as it starts really vining and growing. But there's my little greenhouse. I couldn't be more happy with it. Let me get this closed up, and then I'm afraid you guys can't hear me because of the wind. You can see this little greenhouse flopping everywhere because of the wind. So let me get it all zipped down, buttoned up. Oh, and I just messed up. I sure did. I just got one of them, and I was worried about that from the beginning. Well, I'll worry about that here in just a minute. Oh, there it come off. Basically what happened was one of the ties got hung in there, which I will be working on. And I think I just took a picture somehow. So, anyways, boys are out here riding their bikes. We're not getting any rain right now. Let me get this rag and take it in here and this tripod. And we will come in here and talk about our accomplishments. I'll be in a minute, boys. Make sure your bedrooms are clean. All right. Let's get in here out of that wind. Oh, goodness. The boys are going to go spend the night. Ricky's going to Evans, which is one of his friends. Not that you guys really care, but okay. So let me try to get this up and get this thing in this tripod and see what happens. Surely to God you guys can be able to see me. I'll actually get a stool so I can talk to you for a second. So, normally my pants are falling down. Looks like the camera's a little bit crooked, but I'm just going to give you my ending statement here. At home, my marital home, that I'm hoping to get back really soon. We've done gardens in the past. At my dad's, which we built side by side of each other. My dad's, we always had a big garden over there, and it's kind of, everybody kind of took care of it. And then we kind of gradually grew out of that. My dad got older, my stepmom got older. I got busy, started raising kids and everything. So we kind of went from doing, probably 5 or 6 years ago, we stopped doing a huge garden. And then, but we still did like tomatoes and peppers and onions and stuff like that. We had a little spot designed, and it was a raised bed. We had a little spot designed for it. Never really even realized it was a raised bed until just now. But yeah, it started out as a compost bed, and it was 24 foot long, and I don't remember how wide. But it started out as compost, and we decided it was just too big and not where we wanted it for compost. So ended up using that, to grow our staples that we wanted every year. And then when I moved here, last year was the first year I could do a garden here. And I did a small one. I think I told you guys, my garage used to end. I'm not going to flip the camera around and explain all that. My garage used to end there. So we did like a 12 by 12 and did the staples, just some pepper plants and tomato plants and stuff like that. But now I'm getting back into it where I'm wanting to do corn and squash and zucchini and Swiss chard and lettuce, and this is really getting my juices flowing. Now this is my 5-year goal to live here. I'm almost 2 years into it. I don't think I'm going to make it another 3 years. As soon as this divorce is over, if I get my house back, which I should because it was mine before her, but I owned it way before her. We're not getting into all of that. But anyways, even if I don't get it back, I'm already looking at a couple small farms, like little hobby farms. Don't want to call it homesteading because it seems like in the community, homesteading is a bad word. It's like, oh, you're really not doing it right. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. I'm urban homesteading, basically. I mean, I live in a trailer park, for God's sakes. And I've got a greenhouse, plants growing. I've got flower gardens. I've got rock gardens. I've got a basketball set up out here. I make do. I do what I can. I have a nice workshop that terribly needs to be cleaned. But anyways, back to the gardening. It's really getting my juices flowing. Once again, I want to say thanks to 3, and I'm going to go ahead and add the 4th because he's important to me. I've never met any of these people. But on this, I want to give thanks to Leon with Gardening with Leon on YouTube. I want to give thanks to Daniel at Arms Family Homestead. He's how I found Leon. And he's also how I found Keeping It Dutch. Keeping It Dutch is why I did the raised bed. Daniel is the reason that I started doing the self-wicking, and then I went over to Leon's and with Gardening with Leon and found out exactly how I wanted to do it. Daniel's the reason I got the greenhouse. I mean, he's got his hot tunnel or whatever it's called, and I'm just envious. You know, I kind of wanted to do something like that. I kept seeing it, and I thought, oh, I want to try. Well, I live in a trailer park, so I had to scale it way down, as you've seen out there. And the fourth person I want to give mention to also is Josh, Stony Ridge Farmer. I've been watching his gardening videos, and then I watch him and his wife do the tomatoes and the canning and stuff. And, it just, you people don't realize how lucky you are. You four right there that I've just mentioned. Of course, Gardening with Leon, that's just his passion, I think. But Daniel, Keeping It Dutch, and Josh at Stony Ridge Farm, you guys don't know how lucky you are to be out where you are. I was there. Then I decided to move here where I'm at to raise my children, but I still had almost an acre of land plus 5 acres behind me. You guys don't realize what you've got until you miss it, till you lost it. And you guys will never lose yours. I'm very proud of what you guys have. I'm very proud of what I have. Anyways, I just want to give a thanks to them for getting my juices flowing. I was able to do some instructional videos, which was awesome. And my kids learn a lot. And my kids learn a little. And my kids taught me, or so they think they did, which makes it think that they're not learning. They're teaching, and they love that. So anyways, I can hear them outside running around. They're wanting to go to their friend's house, and Colton's wanting to go over to his mom's house. So I need to get all that taken care of. So once again, like, please subscribe, comment down below, watch your comments, because my 12-year-old helps take care of the comments. And if you're rude or anything like that, I'm just going to delete you and block you and report you to YouTube. And click that bell notification down below, because man, we're going to do at least once a week, we're going to keep up on how the hot house is working, the warm house, the hot tunnel, the greenhouse. I don't know what you call it. I'm going to call it a greenhouse because it's green. So, and it's got a point like a house. Oh well. So, but I think it's called a warm house or a warm tunnel. It wouldn't be a tunnel, warm house. But we're going to be doing updates on that. We've got a lot more gardening to do. We've got a lot more flower gardening to do. We've got fishing to do. We've got, we're going to do, thanks to Houston on Arms Family Homestead, we're going to do a catch, clean, and cook. We're going to do a couple of those. We're going to do some magnet fishing. We're going to do some regular fishing. We're going to do some hunting. I'm going to take my 8-year-old hunting. My 9-year-old, I'm sorry, he's 9. I'm going to take him hunting. It'll be his first time. Because he was like only 6 when I started the divorce, and I was still trying to teach my other, at the time, my 9-year-old how to hunt. So anyways, he's going to go hunting. It's going to be a thrill of a lifetime for him. It was on all my other kids, and I wish I could have videoed it and shared it this way with you guys, and so my kids could see later on. But anyways, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've already been through that, and we know what this means. I'm my own cameraman, and I got to hit that off button. So I have to stand up and go around. Well, this time I actually have to go around. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and even better tomorrow, and an awesome night, and we'll see you on the next video. And goodbye. And by the way, have a great day. Oh, I actually have to take the camera out to... Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, have a great day. Goodbye.